So 5 years ago, we started in research and development, creating a new protein purification technology. We call the Molecular Protein Infusion protein technology, protein infusion. So basically what we've done is we've got raw material proteins, a variety of different proteins, remanufactured them in a wet blend process, hydrolyzed the proteins so they break down, digest a lot better, higher solubility. So when it is in solution, and you can take some of the flavored ones, it tastes, they need to put the lids back on. Not my job. So when it's, so this one is chocolate brownie.
Yeah. So it's a mix of both whey and plant-based protein.
So we're actually not a dairy brand,
No.
and we're not a vegan brand.
Okay.
But we're dairy and vegan friendly.
Okay.
We're the world's first protein for everybody.
Yeah.
Allergen-free, lactose-free, sugar-free, and GMO-free. So that's with flavor. The one before you say it is the raw material, but it's so bland and so good mouthfeel that when you add it in your flavor, it tastes like a dairy brand. So when I was saying dairy friendly, because it tastes like dairy, high leucine of dairy, high amino acid score of dairy, but is dairy free and animal free. So that's also why we're vegan friendly.
So is it cells?
Rice and pea,
Rice and pea.
but dramatically repurifies so it doesn't taste like rice and pea.
Because if you combine these two, then you also have the complete amino acid.
Yeah, Pedicast 1, but actually a higher DS. We're 116 DS. WPI is 109, WPC 80 is 97, soy protein isolate 91, rice protein 40. So ours is 116 DS, so actually higher than WPI. What do you do, mate?
I work as a sales development manager for Allergen Sweden, so we have our own hydrolysis factory.
Oh, nice.
We have a pipeline of 20 different hydrolyses, but they're all based on whey.
Okay.
We have some hydrolysis where we also promote the taste, because
Okay.
a lot of the whey hydrolysis, if you chop them down and you go really high up in the hydrolysis degree,
Yeah.
then you get this astringency
Correct.
and this flavors. How high is the degree?
We're actually in about a week and a half, we've just sent out samples to get that percentage. We're actually quite heavily hydrolyzed.
What's your feeling?
I reckon we're probably about 10%.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I know from the protein purity, when we don't hydrolyze, we're about 88-89%.
Yeah.
When we hydrolyze, we go down to about 85.5 because the cuts in the protein. So it's quite heavily hydrolyzed, but we don't have that bitter taste, because when it's in whey protein, as you know, in the hydrolysis, you have that bitter taste. We don't have a bitter taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your end customers? Is it in the sports segment, or is it in medical nutrition, or?
Sports, wellness, dairy, protein powders, protein drinks, beverages, protein bars, foods, even Barilla, Italian pasta. I mean, the whole. You got a card, mate?
Yes, I have.
We'll get our photo. Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the samples of this one. Otherwise, I actually have it in my suitcase where you could have tried to compare it to. Because we have a hydrolysis that's 24% or 24
Wow.
degree of hydrolysis, where
Wow.
you really don't taste these.
The bitterness. That's
bitterness,
awesome, man.
Because since we have our own factory, then we can combine the enzymes to get the right mix.
Cool. Well, maybe we could work together. You could help us in Denmark.